All right, welcome everyone. Today we're going to be diving into something really fascinating, something that's kind of blowing my mind a little bit.
Well, yeah.
It's all about how AI coding tools are changing the game when it comes to actually like creating things with technology.
Oh, yeah.
We've got this really interesting excerpt from a piece called I Dreamt, I Planned, I Built, and it's gotten us thinking about how these tools are kind of turning tech into something everyone can play with, you know?
Yeah, it is a big shift. It's
Mm.
like we're not just talking about a new app or something. It's
Mm.
really like who gets to build the future kind of thing.
Right.
It's like how the printing press changed things?
Yeah, for sure. Before the printing press, like creating a book was this massive undertaking,
Hmm.
super expensive and really only for the elite.
Right.
But then suddenly more people could share their ideas and it changed everything.
Exactly.
And our source is saying that AI coding tools could have a similar impact on building software.
Yeah, exactly.
So how do these AI coding tools actually work?
Well, it's like,
Are we talking about like robots writing code for us?
well, not exactly robots, but
Okay.
pretty close. Like, imagine you have an idea for a website, but you don't know any code, right?
Right.
You can describe what you want to the AI tool in plain English.
Wow.
And it will suggest code snippets, help you debug errors, and even like finish lines of code for you.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's like having a coding partner who can speak both human and computer languages.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So does that mean like programmers are going to be out of the job?
That's a great question.
Yeah,
And it's something a lot of people are wondering about.
right.
Our source actually argues that
Okay.
these tools aren't like replacing programmers.
Got
They're acting as a bridge between their expertise and people who don't have that background.
So instead of putting programmers out of work,
Yeah.
it's more about giving them superpowers and
Exactly.
allowing them to focus on like the really complex stuff.
Yeah, think of it like this. A calculator doesn't replace a mathematician.
Yeah.
It just gives them a tool to work more efficiently and solve more complex problems.
I like that.
AI coding tools are doing the same thing for programmers.
Yeah, I like that analogy a lot.
Yeah.
The source gives a really cool example of this in action.
Oh, yeah.
They talk about this small business owner named Sarah who needed a custom CRM system,
Right.
but she couldn't afford to hire developers.
Oh, yeah. Before these AI tools, she was stuck with either, expensive custom software
Yeah,
or generic options that didn't really meet her needs.
right.
But with AI coding assistant, she was able to like describe what she wanted,
Oh, wow.
and the tool helped her build it.
That's amazing. So it's like AI is empowering people to become creators
Yeah.
instead of just consumers of technology.
That's good.
They're not limited to what big tech companies decide to build for them anymore.
It's true.
They can take control and make their own solutions.
Exactly. And that's what's so revolutionary about these AI coding tools. They're changing the question from, can I build this, to what should I build?
Right. And that opens up a whole new world of
Yeah.
possibilities, right?
Huh.
Not just for, tech enthusiasts,
Right.
but for anyone with an idea.
Yeah.
Like a teacher could create an interactive learning platform. A doctor could design a personalized health tracking app.
Absolutely. The possibilities are endless.
It really is pretty amazing.
Yeah, we're on the verge of seeing like a whole new creative class emerge.
Oh, wow.
People who blend their expertise in their own fields with the ability to use AI to bring their ideas to life.
So it's not just about knowing how to code.
Right.
It's about like understanding the potential of these tools.
Yeah.
Knowing what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
And being able to guide the AI to help you get there.
Exactly. It's like being a director of a film.
Okay.
You don't need to know how to operate the camera or edit the footage, but you need to have a vision and be able to communicate that vision to the team.
Okay, so we've established that these tools are pretty amazing
Yeah.
and have the potential to really change the world.
Mm.
But I think the big question on everyone's mind is, what does this actually look like in practice?
Right.
How are these tools changing things right now?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
We're already seeing a surge in innovation coming from unexpected places.
So we're seeing the surge in innovation, but is it all sunshine and roses? Are there any potential downsides to this whole AI coding revolution?
Yeah, that's a really important point. Like
Yeah.
any powerful tool,
Right,
AI coding can be used for good or for bad.
right.
It all depends on the intentions of the people using it,
Yeah, I guess that's true of any technology, really.
Right.
But with AI coding specifically, what kind of risks should we be thinking about?
Well, one concern is
Okay.
is bias. You know,
Oh,
if the data used to train these AI models is biased,
right.
then the code they generate could also be biased,
Yeah.
which could lead to unfair or discriminatory outcomes.
Yeah, so it's important to make sure that
Yeah.
these AI systems are trained
Yeah.
on diverse and representative data sets.
Exactly.
Otherwise, we could end up with AI tools that, perpetuate existing inequalities.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to have
Yeah.
these open and transparent conversations
Yeah.
about the ethical implications of AI coding.
Right.
We need to make sure these tools are developed and used responsibly.
So it sounds like this is going to require a lot of collaboration
Oh, yeah.
between developers, policymakers, ethicists
Yeah, absolutely.
to make sure we're using this technology in a way that benefits everyone.
It's one of the most exciting things about this whole field.
Really?
It's not just about the technology itself, it's
Okay.
about the conversations and collaborations
Right.
that is sparking across different sectors.
Okay, so we've talked about the potential risks,
Yeah.
but let's flip the script a little bit and talk about the positive impact.
Okay, yeah.
The source mentions that AI coding tools are already changing the game in a lot of different fields.
Oh, yeah.
Can you give us some concrete examples of how this is playing out?
Sure. Take education, for instance.
Okay.
We're seeing AI being used to create personalized learning experiences for students,
Wow.
adapting to their individual needs and learning styles.
That's incredible.
It's like having a personal tutor for every student.
I remember struggling with certain subjects in school, and I wish I had something like that back then.
Yeah.
What about other fields? How is AI coding impacting healthcare?
Well, in healthcare, AI is being used to analyze medical images,
Okay.
assist with diagnoses, and even develop new treatments.
Wow.
It's helping doctors make more informed decisions and provide better care for their patients.
So it sounds like AI is taking on a lot of the heavy lifting,
Yeah.
freeing up doctors to spend more time with their patients
Exactly.
and focus on the human side of medicine.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of AI coding.
Right.
It's not replacing human expertise.
Okay.
It's augmenting it and allowing us to achieve things that wouldn't have been possible before.
Okay, so we've got education and healthcare.
Yeah.
What about something a little closer to home for me, like entrepreneurship?
Oh, yeah.
How are these AI coding tools impacting the world of startups and small businesses?
Well, remember Sarah, the small business owner we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
She's a perfect example
Right.
of how AI coding is empowering entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
These tools are making it easier and more affordable for people to build their own websites, apps, and online stores,
Wow.
even if they don't have a tech background.
That's a game changer.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be that you needed a ton of funding and a team of developers to launch a tech startup.
Right.
But now with these AI tools, anyone with a good idea and a little bit of hustle can get their business off the ground.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
we're already seeing a surge in solopreneurs and small businesses using AI coding
Right.
to create innovative products and services.
That's amazing.
It's really democratizing the entrepreneurial landscape.
It sounds like we're moving towards a world where technology is no longer a barrier to entry,
Yeah.
but a tool that anyone can use to bring their ideas to life.
Absolutely. And it's not just about building businesses.
Okay.
It's about empowering people to solve problems in their communities,
Right.
create art, share their stories, and connect with others in new ways.
So it's not just about the technology, it's about the human potential that it unlocks.
Exactly. And that's what makes this whole AI coding revolution so exciting.
Hmm.
It's not just about lines of code. It's about human ingenuity and creativity finding new ways to express themselves.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've talked about how AI coding tools work,
Yeah.
the potential risks and benefits,
Mm-hmm.
and how they're already impacting different fields.
Right.
But what about the future? Where do you see all of this heading?
Yeah, it feels like we're at this tipping point, like anything is possible.
Yeah, and if you look at how quickly things have been moving,
Right.
it's safe to say the future is going to be pretty wild.
The tools themselves are getting more powerful and easier to use all the time.
Right.
Imagine a world where, you can just talk to your computer
Okay.
and tell it what you want to build, and it just, does it.
Whoa, hold on. That sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
Are you saying we're all going to be living in a world where everyone's a programmer?
Well, maybe not everyone will be writing complex algorithms or anything.
Right.
But I think the ability to kind of understand and interact with code
Yeah.
will become like a basic literacy.
Okay.
Much like reading and writing are today.
Right.
You won't necessarily need to be an expert, but
Right.
you'll need to understand the basics to navigate this new digital landscape.
So instead of coding boot camps, we'll have coding kindergartens.
Uh-huh. Maybe not kindergartens.
Okay.
But definitely earlier exposure to computational thinking and problem-solving skills.
Gotcha.
Imagine kids growing up with the ability to not just, consume technology,
Right.
but to understand how it works and even create their own stuff.
That would be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It would totally change how we think about education and creativity.
Absolutely. And it's not just about kids.
Right.
Think about all the people who never had the chance to learn to code
Yeah.
because it just seemed too difficult or technical.
Right.
AI coding tools could empower them to finally bring their ideas to life, regardless of their age or background.
So it's about leveling the playing field
Yeah.
and giving everyone the opportunity to participate in this, digital revolution.
Exactly. And as these tools keep evolving, I think we'll see a blurring of the lines between, different industries and disciplines. We'll have, artists using code to create immersive experiences.
Yeah.
Scientists using code to analyze data and, model complex systems.
Right.
And of course, entrepreneurs using code to build businesses that solve real-world problems.
It sounds like we're moving towards a world where creativity and technology are just like totally intertwined
Yeah,
in
exactly.
ways we can't even imagine yet.
And the most exciting thing is we're just at the beginning.
Right.
There's so much more to discover and explore.
Yeah.
We're only limited by our imaginations, really.
So for anyone listening who's feeling inspired and maybe a little overwhelmed,
Right.
what's the first step? How can they start exploring this whole world of AI coding?
Well, the best thing you can do is just jump in and start experimenting.
Yeah.
There are tons of free resources online,
Right.
tutorials, courses, communities.
Yeah.
Find a tool that interests you and just start playing around with it.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn.
It's like anything new. You just got to take that first step
Exactly.
and see where it takes you.
Exactly. And remember, you don't have to become a coding expert overnight.
Right?
Just start with small steps,
Yeah.
Focus on learning the basics. And most importantly, just have fun with it.
Right?
Who knows, you might surprise yourself with what you're able to create.
I think that's a perfect note to end on.
Yeah.
We've explored how AI coding tools are really kind of changing everything,
Yeah,
empowering anyone to become a creator
it's true.
and opening up all these possibilities. It's an exciting time to be alive, and I, for one, can't wait to see what we build next.
Me too.
So go out there, get creative, and let's shape the future.